Choosing a battle rifle. Oh shoot. I'm gonna get some people upset today. Whew. First of all, let me say something. I am a nobody. I am just
I'm just a pecker who lives in the hills with too many guns.
And if you value what I have to say, perhaps you will listen to me. But otherwise, you're more than welcome to just don't. The fact of the matter is that most of the platforms that I'm going to be talking about here, I own them. And I have been using them for years. So, first of all, the idea of a battle rifle. I'm a civilian. I don't go into battle. I'm not in the military. I use my rifles for, defense purposes, for hunting purposes, for something probably that you probably are thinking about using it. Now, if a collapse happens, well, I will use it to defend myself and my loved ones. Is that unreal? Is that something that you should not think about it? Well, I think you should, considering the fact that it is a possibility. So, if you want to, get a battle rifle, this is the things that I will encourage you to consider. First of all, where do you live? Where do you live? Because if you live in the city, I will not say to you, go get an M1A, a 308 like this. I will say you can get a similar M1A, but perhaps a tanker or a shotgun, a smaller M1As. Because this one up here, it is lengthy. It is like holding a broom on your hands, and it's heavy. You can also get perhaps an AR-10. An AR-10 will be sufficient. And you notice that I have been sticking with a single caliber, right? You had noticed that I had not mentioned 5.56 at all. 5.56, for all intended purposes, and don't hate me for this, is not considered a battle, what they say, battle for a battle rifle, because it's not that it doesn't reach as far as a 308. So 308 and 223, you see the difference? But I will say this to you with all honesty. If you live in a city, I think a 5.56 will be sufficient as your battle rifle. I really do think so. If you become proficient with a 5.56, I think an AR-15 will be really good. I really do. So that's that. Now, folks, experts out there will say, well, that's not a battle rifle. A battle rifle needs to be a caliber that have been proven, 7.62 by 51, a 308. That's the one. Well, but you're in a city, so you need something compact. And the 5.56 will take down whatever you shoot at, right? Right? With proficiency. So keep those things in mind. I'm not putting one thing down and the other one up. No, I'm just telling you, if you live in a city, don't discard the 5.56 or the 223. Don't. If you can go with the 308, obviously you're going to have more of a punch. I mean, as I said before, the difference is huge. You're talking about a 22 caliber and a 30 caliber. Look, the size of the bullets, says it all. So I will ask you this. It doesn't mean that you gotta have to get shot with, but would you prefer to get shot with a 5.56 or a 308? You get what I'm saying? Because I have seen the damage on both, and the damage on the 308 is a lot more significant than the 223. I have seen the damage on animals, so let's transfer that to other creatures. So there are other calibers up there, because choosing the right caliber really does matter. So essentially, everybody's going to recommend you the 7.62 by 51 NATO. That's a 308. Some others will recommend you the 6.5 Creedmoor, although the accuracy is a lot better. It's a lot more expensive. And the tried and true 30.06, old but reliable and heavy hitter. I mean, it is the truth. Again, don't discard the 5.56. I think it will be a mistake if you live in the city. And if 5.56 is what you have, I guarantee you that it become your battle rifle right there and then, it will suffice. But I think a 30 caliber, like a 308 or 3006, or perhaps a 6.5 Creedmoor, will benefit you most. That's just I'm giving you my honest opinion. Don't bite my head off. Again, I recommend the M1A, the M14 are one of those. There are different platforms out there that you can rely on. Let me talk about the M1A, because the M1A and the M14 are renowned in the prepper community as, oh, that's the battle rifle. They are extremely reliable. They really are. This one that I have on top of me has a synthetic stock because I use it for hunting. You can put a scope on it. They do have the mount to put in. You have to fit it, and once you fit it in there, it's for your rifle and your rifle alone. If you remove it and try to put it on another rifle, it ain't gonna work. So the scope base is it's reliable, it's good, but once you use it in one, that's it. You cannot use it on another one. It does have iron sight. It is accurate, but an AR-10 is a lot more accurate. And I can say that for a fact because, again, I have both. So I'm just telling you. But it's not that it's not accurate. It is accurate. Just the other one is a little bit more accurate than it. But when it comes to reliability, this one, the M1A and the M14, I think in reliability, in my observation in the field and whatnot, takes a step above the AR-10. That's just me. I could be wrong. If you think I'm wrong, let me know down in the comment section below. We all have experienced different things. So again, I want to say this. It all depends on your environment. It really does. An AR-15 obviously is going to cost you a lot less than these things. Way less. The other thing that I want you to consider is a regular magazine for an AR-15, 20 or 30 rounds, will not weigh as much as the magazines that you use for this. Let me grab one. This right here is a 10 round. I carry 10 rounds on this ones when I go hunting because 20 rounds are heavy. These are metal. They will last you a lifetime. I mean, in fact, if I run out of bullets and I throw this on somebody's head, I'm pretty sure that person is going to get a concussion. That's how sturdy they are. And they are metal. Again, they are made to last. Really, they are really made to last. But they weigh a lot. So if your physique is on the small frame side, I don't think this will be a right battle rifle for you. I'm going to be honest. Even if you get a tanker, which is the M1A tanker, or a shotgun, it still will be a little too heavy for you if you are on the small side. I think an AR-15, although smaller caliber, less punch, or what they call stopping power. There's no such thing as stopping power, but that's a discussion for another day. I think it will be best if you are on that small side. Just I want to be upfront with everybody, because when you are in front of so many rifles and you don't know which way to go, you need to step back a little bit and think, what are your necessities? And look at yourself in the mirror and be like, can I handle this? Handling. The 5.56 and the 308 both had different kicks. The 5.56 is what I like to call a spicy 22 Magnum. That's how much it will kick. The 308, now you have a kick. You have a kick on the rifle. If you go to 3006, well, the punch is going to be significant. You're going to feel it. And that is not, you're not going to be able to handle it. It's just going to be more uncomfortable than a 5.56. Okay, so I want to put that up there into perspective, because you need to know these things. You really do need to know these things. Availability. A 30A is available everywhere. 5.56 is available everywhere. The 6.5 Creedmoor, I have it here everywhere too. So I think availability is pretty much everywhere. Affordability, meaning money. The 5.56 is the cheapest of all of them. Flat out. Even at today's prices, the 5.56 is the cheapest of all of them. Keep that in mind. That is in my area. Your area may be different. So I'm giving you my area. And I live in Alaska, if I didn't mention that at the beginning of the video. So, would I feel comfortable relying on, let's say, an AR-15 as my primary weapon if an shtf? I think so. I think I would. I have tested my equipment and I have specific ones just for that. Would I feel comfortable with an M1A, this one right here, doing an shtf? I will say so. I have tested this. I have taken moves with that specific one. I feel comfortable with it. It is reliable. So I will say yes. 3006, same thing. Listen, not all were created equal, but if you do your due diligence and you research, I think you can find a platform that it will suit your needs without breaking the bank, and it can be your battle rifle slash home protection slash self-protection slash hunting. You get what I'm saying? So there's no perfect formula in here. And when people say, oh, this is what you need to get, otherwise you're just not doing it right, that is not correct. We are all different and we have different needs. For example, I told you all that I was going to be switching to a smaller caliber, specifically the 7.62 by 39, and I have been testing it. It worked perfect. However, the issue is that my son now is going to be using that Savage Scout. It's on 308 because now he's going to be hunting a lot more with me. So based on that, I was like, well, I need to have the same caliber because I'm just not going to be carrying extra ammunition that I'd rather have everybody using the same and then not just you using this, I'm using this, such and such. No. Just, everybody the same. That way it's a lot easy on Dad. And Dad is getting old and I'm starting to forget things. So, yeah, those are things that you also have to consider. What is that your family has? Is your family comfortable with the 308? Perhaps that will be your caliber. If your family is comfortable with the 3006, well, that may be your caliber. With the 5.56, then that will be your caliber. You see what I'm saying? Choosing a battle rifle does not equal just you. It's everybody around you as well, because you are not alone unless you are alone. If you are a lone wolf, that's it. That's you choose whatever you want and that's it. But if you are in a family, everybody should share the same caliber in case if somebody runs out of ammo, then you can just get that ammo to that person. Same thing with the platform. If you choose to go with an AR-10, I will suggest you everybody gets an AR-10. Now, on the AR-10, I want to be very upfront with y'all. If you buy a Ruger AR-10, and if you buy a Diamond AR-10 or any other AR-10 up there, they are not built the same at all. They are not to specs. So if you're gonna stick with the Ruger AR-10, the next person gets a Ruger AR-10. The next person gets a Ruger AR-10. Same model, same caliber. You see what I'm saying? Because not all AR-10s are the same. They're not standard across the market. And I can guarantee you that because I have a few and the parts are not the same. So I just want to throw that up there so you guys are aware. I think with the M1A, it's a little different. Internal parts are interchangeable, but keep those things in mind when you choose a battle rifle. A battle rifle should be something that you feel comfortable taking with you in case of I don't know, a collapse, and if you're gonna use it for hunting and whatnot. I think the number one key here is caliber, availability, reliability, and how skillful you are with that particular tool. So with that being said, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like always, rock on, prep on, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye, everybody.